want to learn some stuff about, maybe stuff with like paying your student loans when you get out, or doing taxes, or how to save for stuff, and thinking about retirement. I know it seems early, but do it now. You won't regret it. Right, David Claxton?
Absolutely.
I wish somebody would have taught me about all that stuff when I was your age, and that's the reason we offer that. So again, that's I'm interested, and then we'll find a good day and time to do that. Next week, I was asked to let you know that worship's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be kind of, I don't know, campfire style worship, where we're just going to sit, minus the fire, but we're going to sit in a circle here, and the band is going to be in the circle. It's going to be way more chill. Sarah's going to bring us a message that's going to be really cool. And so we're just prepping you for that. It'll be different. On Saturday, 2 days from now, out in the parking lot, from 9 to 12 is a firewood splitting and delivery day. We do that like once a month with the Jackson County Department on Aging. So you just show up at 9 o'clock, ready to go to work. It's a lot of fun and rewarding. And then I think this is the last one. So we made up a holiday about 7 or so years ago. It's called You're So Awesome Day. And it's just a day to go around and spread positivity and have fun and like give out random gifts or stuff. We do stuff like we'll prepay vending machines on campus and just put a little note on there. We make these little clothespins that just have little positive things on them, and you can clip them all over the place or on your roommate stuff or whatever. In fact, tonight, if anybody wants to stay after and help make some of those clothespins, please do that. We make cookies. We bring them to like professors. We bring them to different like places in the community that like maybe people feel underappreciated and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun. That's this week from tomorrow. And then again, if you, on the sign-up sheet, there's a thing that says like, I'm interested in that. Like put your name on there, because we'll kind of get you a packet ready where you can come in and here on Friday and just grab it and go out to that place and take those things. It's fairly organized, and if you know me, that did not come from me. And then I think we're just going to show you the very first You're So Awesome Day video, a little promo we made. It was funny at the time. And hopefully we'll get it right. We're really notorious for not getting the audio on a video. And that's all I got after this. Cool. Thanks for being
Comic book nerd, he's a joke lover, and an all-around fun guy. However, he's not doing so hot these days. No matter what happens, he's just down in the dumps.
Hey, it's You're So Awesome Day, man. And look, I brought you a fantastic, amazing game book, because you're so awesome.
That's the Justice League, Jay.
Yeah, but it's still cool, right? I mean, look.
I'm just not feeling it. I appreciate it.
But you love this stuff.
I'm not feeling it today.
Hey, look, a joke book by Jack Candy. Yeah, you're awesome. I just want you to have it.
I don't think he's that funny.
Joke book, though.
Joe, leave me alone.
What am I going to do?
You know what's good? Cheese.
No, but for real, you know what's really good though is bacon. Oh man, I love bacon. My mom gave it to me for every meal. My whole apartment's covered in bacon posters. It's amazing. Bacon, bacon, bacon.
Of course. Bacon. Hey, Hayden, I brought you some bacon. Bill, have you seen Hayden?
What's with the bacon?
No, I'm looking for Hayden.
What's with the
man?
bacon?
Have you seen Hayden? Oh my. Bill, have you seen
He
him?
just left.
Oh, dang.
Give me the bacon.
Wait! Hayden! Jay. Yeah.
What's the deal with the bacon?
That's a long story.
Hey, what's with the bacon?
No time, John. Hey, 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 hey. Thank you. Hey, hey, I remembered you were so down, and I just wanted to give you this bacon for You're So Awesome Day, because I remembered you love bacon, and you're so awesome, man.
Thanks, Jay. I really needed this. Man, I can't believe you went all this way just to make me feel better.
Well, that's what You're So Awesome Day is all about. Just doing something to make somebody feel better, whether they know it or not. Say, since it's You're So Awesome Day, like, could I get a ride?
Nah. All right, see you later.
What do you, Hayden, wait! What do you mean? Come on, man. Hayden! Dude! What happened to being nice to people? It's supposed to be You're So Awesome Day. Come on.
Man, that bacon was awesome. I hope Your So Awesome Day was yesterday. Maybe I should go back and get him. Nah.
Don't sit up with us tonight. Sit up with us. praises and our prayers. So I'm going to turn things over to Reagan to give you some ideas.
All right, so hello everyone. Like Adam said, I'm Reagan. And so if you're new here, thanks. And if you're new here, like you said, this is a time of prayer. So you have any prayers or praises, you're welcome to share them now.
My mom's 62nd birthday yesterday.
I'm sorry, what?
It's my mom's 62nd birthday.
Aw,
yesterday, so,
well, happy late birthday to her. All right. What else?
David Reeves' brother, I think they're going to move to the hospice.
Oh gosh, all right. So David Reeves is actually the pastor at the church here, so if you don't know him, keep his brother in the prayers. What else? All right. So now we're going to go into prayer. There's going to be a time of silent reflection, and then I'm going to do a short prayer, and then we're going to do the Lord's Prayer, which, if you don't know, the words will be on the screen. So let us pray. Precious Lord, be with all spoken and unspoken tonight. Thank you for always being with us and never leaving our side. Thank you for allowing us to just be here and worship you tonight and letting us all be together. And now, let us say the prayer you taught us so long ago.
Who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Have So he says I'm not supposed to introduce him because everyone should already know him, but let's give it up for Matt.
Already doing better than last semester because it didn't take me 3 minutes to get the mic on. So the previous 2 times that I've spoken here at Wesley in the past, Jay and Scarlett, they would give everybody who signed up to speak that semester a topic to cover. But this semester was a little bit different, and we were told to speak on our favorite Bible verse. Now, to be honest, I don't really have a favorite Bible verse. I don't really like reading. I've never just sat down to read the Bible. I've always kind of thought it was more important to me to strengthen my faith through actions and helping others than just by reading the Bible. And I'm not trying to say that reading the Bible isn't important at all. It is. I just can't sit still long enough to read. So I had to do some serious thinking about what I was going to speak on, and eventually I decided on the parable of the Prodigal Son. Not because it's my favorite verse in the Bible, but because I thought that it was a somewhat relatable story for us right now in college. Now, the story is one of the many parables that Jesus told us. The parables were stories that Jesus shared that were basically dumbed down so that us humans could understand what he was trying to teach us, and also so he could troll the Pharisees. So here's the story of the prodigal son from Luke chapter 15, verses 11 through 32. Jesus said, "A certain man had 2 sons. The younger son said to his father, 'Father, give me my share of the inheritance.' Then the father divided his estate between them. Soon afterward, the younger son gathered everything together and took a trip to a land far away. I imagine either Las Vegas or far, far away from Shrek 2. There he wasted his wealth through extravagant living. When he had used up his resources, a severe food shortage arose in that country, and he began to be in need. He hired himself out to one of the citizens of that country, who sent him into his fields to feed pigs. He longed to eat his fill from what the pigs ate, but no one gave him anything. Now, if you haven't done it, feeding hogs is like one of the most disgusting things ever. And personally, I would rather starve to death than eat pig slop. So that's how desperate this guy was. When he came to his senses, he said, "How many of my father's hired hands have more than enough food, but I'm starving to death? I will get up and go to my father and say to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I no longer deserve to be called your son. Take me on as one of your hired hands.' So he got up and went to his father. While he was still a long way off, the father saw him and was moved with compassion. His father ran to him, hugged him, and kissed him. Then his son said, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I no longer deserve to be called your son.' But the father said to his servants, 'Quickly, bring out the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Fetch the fattened calf and slaughter it. We must celebrate with feasting, because this son of mine was dead and has come back to life. He was lost and now he is found.' And they began to celebrate. Now his older son was in the field, and coming in from the field, he approached the house and heard music and dancing. He called one of the servants and asked what was going on. And the servant replied, 'Your brother has arrived, and your father has slaughtered the fattened calf, because he received his son back safe and sound.' Then the older son was furious and didn't want to enter, but his father came out and begged him. He answered his father, 'Look, I've served you all these years, and I never disobeyed your instruction. Yet you never given me as much as a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours returned, after gobbling up your estate on prostitutes, you slaughtered the fattened calf for him.' Then the father said, 'Son, you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we have to celebrate and be glad, because this brother of yours was dead and is now alive. He was lost, and now he is found.'" Now, I don't know about y'all, but personally, I've never asked my dad for my inheritance while he's still alive. I can only imagine what his response would be. He would probably either kick me out of the family or go ahead and give me his monthly truck payment. And growing up, my family was at church every Sunday morning. Not to mention, going to youth group 2 nights a week and every other event that was at the church. Unless we were extremely sick, and I mean like somebody was like on their deathbed sick, my mom made sure we were up and at church every Sunday morning. However, once I left for college, that started to change. Everyone knows it's common for people to attend church less or even stop going once they go to college. In fact, I Googled it, and 64% of students attend church less regularly when they go to college. When most people arrive at college, they tend to let loose and have some fun, and I was no exception. During my freshman year, I had a lot of fun. I think we went out just about every weekend, and then a little more. School nights did not stop us from going out. And I don't think it's wrong to go out and party a little while you're in college, but it becomes a problem when it begins to negatively impact everything else, which it did for me. I did not perform well academically my first semester. In fact, I finished that semester with the GPA of 1.74, and I almost failed out. In addition to that, I didn't step foot in a church once that semester. Now, I wouldn't say I ever doubted my faith, but I didn't want to wake up on Sunday mornings to go to church, and I was usually hungover. So my second semester, I obviously needed to make some pretty big changes, or else my time here was going to be short. And I don't think my parents were going to let me move back in if I failed out of school. So I started with actually attending the classes I pay a lot of money for, because, that's a pretty good place to start. And then my roommate and I decided to come to Wesley one Thursday night. It was a little bit awkward because we didn't know anybody, but we met a few people that night, including Adam. And anybody who knows him, who's met him, knows that Adam is genuinely friendly and inviting guy. And to be completely honest, if I hadn't met Adam that night, I don't know if I would have come back to Wesley. Adam invited Ben and I to the men's group event the next week, where we split some firewood in the back, and then we went to Chili's. And while we were there, we made Ben chug a 12-ounce cup of ranch. And it was at that moment that I knew I definitely had to come back to Wesley every week. So I eventually retook a few classes, and my GPA is like a 3.1 now, which is good enough for me. I'm a B student, and I'm fine with me. And I'm at Wesley like 4 days a week now. And to be honest, I still don't really come to church on Sunday mornings, but that's just because it's my only chance to sleep in past like 6:30. And I still have some fun occasionally. So what I'm trying to say is that no matter how much you might drink or smoke or party or stray from your faith or whatever, God will always be waiting for you to come back. And so will communities like Wesley, just as the Father was waiting for his lost son to return. Thank you.
So as we sing our last song tonight, it's a song you might not have heard or might not have thought of in a kind of worshipy context, but you know it has a couple lines in it that deal with kind of being present in space. So please stand up with us as we sing Adding the Noise. Push the flag. So go ahead and form a circle if you want. What we're going to sing it 3 times. The first 2 times with us helping you guys out, and the last time a cappella. Lord, to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving, I'll be a living Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
Lord, please be with all of us as we leave here tonight, and we thank you for allowing us all to come together to fellowship